Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Glenda Sue York, 62 of Cullman, will be at 2 p.m. Today at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. The Reverend Charles York will officiate burial in Cullman Memory Gardens. Lieutenant Lewis Nelson Bradford, retired, 81, of Cullman, passed away on Tuesday. Funeral services will be at 2 p.m. on Friday at Moss Service. The Reverend Eric Martin will officiate interment in the Athens City Cemetery in Athens. Funeral services for Irene Jones McCarley, age 86, of Hansville, will be at 11 a.m. Saturday at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Dewey Briscoe and Truman Davis officiate interment in Ebenezer Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. Funeral services for Evelyn Pierce Sparks, age 94, of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. on Friday at First Baptist Church of Cullman. Reverend Dennis Trimble and Reverend Kevin Wilborn will officiate interment in Cullman City Cemetery. Cullman Heritage is directing and in charge of arrangements. Those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2. It is Thursday, the 16th day of October. It is Dictionary Day.
Is it?
Yes, it is. And I wondered, who owns a dictionary anymore, because they're built into computers. You actually have
one,
an
yes.
actual book dictionary.
It's about yay big, yay thick, and I use it all the time.
And you use it.
I do.
Even though it's already on your computer.
I feel like I might be in the minority as a college student.
I think you are.
Because so often you can just Google the meaning of a word, but I really like having the dictionary.
Wow.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, I don't know, but I have one.
You are an oddball, you know.
Whoops,
okay, well, let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather is brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. In Cullman, Alabama, the average high temperature today is 76. The average low is 46. The record high 86 in 1990. The record low 29 in 1987. Sunset will be at 6:11 and sunrise tomorrow at 6:54. Checking the satellite picture, hey, for the first time this week, we don't see storms.
Wow, that's comforting.
Oh, that's great news. Fair skies over the southeast. Here's our forecast for today. We can expect sunshine today with a high around 70.
Wow.
Overnight low tonight, 47. Sunshine again tomorrow with a high of 79. And as we look to the weekend, Saturday 69, Sunday 69, back into the 70s, and no significant rain or storms for the next several days. We've had enough, haven't we?
Yes, I think we have. And I love the rain, but don't give me storms. So I'd much rather see a pretty forecast like that.
I didn't ask you yesterday, did you have storm damage where you live?
We didn't have storm damage, but our power didn't come back on until about 8:30. Tuesday night.
Last night, well, you were even out longer than we were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, ours came on about 5 o'clock yesterday. So
that would have been nice, but no.
Wow.
So it happened.
And sorry to say, there are still some people still without power in some isolated areas, and the co-op is working as fast as they can to get those people hooked up.
And bless those guys' hearts. They've been working so hard these past few days, and it's just been unreal the amount of stress I'm sure they've been under trying to get the city back up and running.
Well, let's talk about what's going on around the area. Let's start with the Gourd Show.
It's going to be October 18th and 19th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Admission is only $3, and children 12 and under are free with a paying adult. They're going to be offering crafted gourds, raw dry gourds. They're going to be selling tools and supplies. There's going to be a ribbon competition. There's going to be crafting classes, free demos, great food, and a free kids patch. And that's all going to be at the Cullman Civic Center, and that sounds fascinating.
Coming up Saturday and Sunday. Okay, let's check our Facebook friend for today. Who's our friend today?
Miss Ellen Burks is our Facebook friend today, and she likes Alabama football and Little House on the Prairie. So thank you very much, Miss Ellen, for being our Facebook friend. We're going to give you a certificate for a large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog's Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just come on here and pick up your certificate.
Well, let's talk about our show today. Not only do we have a doubleheader today, but we have two celebrities with us today. Big name people.
We do. We have Mr. William Florian, he's performing at Wallace State tonight as part of the Cullman Community Concerts. And we have Mr. James Fields with us today.
James Fields, of course, running for Lieutenant Governor. So, like I say, we have two good guests with us today. We're going to start with William Florian right after this break.
Find a way to boost our economy in this state. We're losing jobs every day. I'm a candidate that's for both business and labor. And I believe if we can bring business and labor together, we can create more jobs. And I wanted to make sure that my life meant something to the people that I'm around. And that's why I'm running for Lieutenant Governor, because I want to serve people and I want to bring people together, because I know that if we work together, if Alabamians come together, we can do better.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Senator Paul Bussman is recognized statewide as an outstanding leader in the state Senate by tirelessly and continuously working for the people of Cullman County. He will continue to fight for working families by bringing more and better jobs to Cullman County. His record in the Alabama Senate proves he stands up for conservative values and principles as District 4 Senator. Cullman County Coroner candidate Jeremy Kilpatrick is currently the Deputy Coroner for Cullman County. He served in the Army for 12 years, 4 as a paramedic and 8 in emergency medical services. Jeremy is married with 6 children, a member of Temple Baptist Church, and a volunteer for the Battleground Fire Department. He is also unassociated with any funeral home. He is well trained and deserves your vote for Coroner of Cullman County. Mike Graves is 100% opposed to the federal government controlling our schools through the Common Core. He believes local schools should control teaching curriculum, and teachers and parents should be given every opportunity to express their suggestions on how to best educate Cullman County students. Our schools do not need federal government bureaucrats telling them how to teach our children. Mike has served for 18 years with Vinemont Public Works Department, and he is chief of the Providence Fire Department. He is now ready to serve his community by serving on the Cullman County School Board and keeping the federal government out of our schools. Vote Republican because they represent your principles and values. It's clear. Paid for by the Cullman County Republican Party.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
The name of the show is Those Were the Days, and to some of us, yes, they were. Our guest today is William Florian, who is the featured entertainer tonight at the Community Concert, and the name of his show, as I said, is Those Were the Days. William, thank you for being with us today.
Pleasure, yeah.
Give us a little background about yourself, a little biography.
Oh, a little biography. Well, let's see. In 7th grade, my math teacher told my mom to take my guitar away from me, so I did better in math. And my mom didn't do that, fortunately.
You had a good mom.
Yeah, she was cool. And she played piano, so my sister and I both, we would always fight for the piano and everything. And then after, I played rock and roll all through high school. And it's interesting, tonight, the band that I was in high school, the bass player with me tonight is my best buddy from high school.
Really?
Yeah, so after 50 or whatever, how many years this is, we're touring again together. So it's fun to watch the two of us, interact. Then after high school, decided I needed to make some money somehow. So I started singing in restaurants and clubs, and then my sister graduated from high school, and she and I went on the road together and did our act going across country. We got to L.A. and eventually auditioned for the new Christy Minstrels, got into that and toured with them for a while, and then I stayed in LA and worked on the music, and so I've been in and out over the years and back in again, So.
To put together the program that you're doing now, is this something that kind of evolved with you over the years?
Yeah, it is. The songs I'm doing tonight are the songs that I love to do, and the songs that I grew up with, and then the hits of the Christy Minstrels, of course, and I tell a lot of stories. There's a lot of fun in the show, a lot of humor and stories of the time. So it's going to be a history lesson for you, 60s history lesson.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah. And I encourage all the young people to come, the college students. It's a really fun show. It's hip too. It's kind of, it's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In addition to your buddy from high school, tell us about the group.
There's going to be 3 of us on stage, so Woody on bass, and then who's my buddy, and then we've got a percussionist from Nashville who's an absolute genius on the he's not bringing a whole drum set, he's bringing what he calls a cajon.
Okay.
It sounds like a drum set. It's not electric, it's acoustic, and so you guys all come to the show and see what that is. It's pretty amazing, what he does. It's got we have a full sound, and but we still sound like the 60s folkies too at the same time. So.
Tell us a little bit about some of the music that you're going to do.
Well, like the songs I enjoy, Peter, Paul, and Mary music, John Denver, of course, the hits of the Christy Minstrels. This Land Is Your Land was one of our hits. You know that song,
yes.
Right? I'll do a few original songs I wrote. And Mamas and Papas, California Dreamin', that sort of thing. Yeah. Puff the Magic Dragon, you must know that song.
Yes. How do you decide what songs to include in a particular set that night? Are there ever some that you're like, I don't think this is the song for this crowd? So how do you decide?
No, that doesn't happen. We have for this particular tour we have the set. We have it set what we're doing, and I just have a great time with all. Like the hit song Today, While the Blossoms Still Cling, that was a big new Christy Minstrel song. I've done that thousands and thousands of times. I sang lead in that on the tours when I was with them, and I don't get tired of it. I just love the song. It's one of the best songs ever written, and so it's always a joy. You know what it is? It's an energy between the audience and me. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter to me what I'm singing, as long as I like the song, of course.
Right.
But it's an energy thing. The audience just, people are in tears or in joy, whatever is going on with them during the song. It brings up all the songs we've picked to be in the show is going to bring up something for people in the audience. Yeah, so it's always exciting to have that energy thing happening between the audience and us.
Do you have some CDs available?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, and all the CDs are all the songs that we're doing in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And once again, the concert's tonight, 7 o'clock, Wallace State.
7 o'clock.
And part of the community concert. If you don't have a membership, you can buy a ticket at the door. But since this is the first concert of the season, you can save a lot of money by buying a membership for, what do we have, 6 concerts this year? And it's really a good deal to buy a membership. But either way, come to the concert
I know
tonight.
some of the artists on the roster on your series, and they're good.
Okay.
So, buy a series ticket. They're all going to be great.
Yeah. Very good, William. We're going to show you a video at the end of the show, which will give you an idea of what William's going to be doing tonight. So thank you for getting up early this morning and being with us
really
today.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
We'll be back and talk to James Fields, running for Lieutenant Governor, right after this.
Find a way to boost our economy in this state. We're losing jobs every day. I'm a candidate that's for both business and labor. And I believe if we can bring business and labor together, we can create more jobs. And I wanted to make sure that my life meant something to the people that I'm around. And that's why I'm running for Lieutenant Governor, because I want to serve people and I want to bring people together, because I know that, hey, if we work together, if Alabamians come together, we can do better.
I sell paintings of cats.
I sell antique cameras.
I sell mufflers.
Surfboard stemware.
I have no idea how to pack this.
I need help. I need experts. It's fragile. Can you be trusted?
The UPS Store Pack and Ship Guarantee. We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it.
So if anything happens to this,
we'll take care of it.
I love logistics.
We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it at the UPS Store.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Senator Paul Busman is recognized statewide as an outstanding leader in the state Senate by tirelessly and continuously working for the people of Cullman County. He will continue to fight for working families by bringing more and better jobs to Cullman County. His record in the Alabama Senate proves he stands up for conservative values and principles as District 4 Senator. Cullman County Coroner candidate Jeremy Kilpatrick is currently the Deputy Coroner for Cullman County. He served in the Army for 12 years, 4 as a paramedic and 8 in emergency medical services. Jeremy is married with 6 children, a member of Temple Baptist Church, and a volunteer for the Battleground Fire Department. He is also unassociated with any funeral home. He is well trained and deserves your vote for Coroner of Cullman County. Mike Graves is 100% opposed to the federal government controlling our schools through the Common Core. He believes local schools should control teaching curriculum, and teachers and parents should be given every opportunity to express their suggestions on how to best educate Cullman County students. Our schools do not need federal government bureaucrats telling them how to teach our children. Mike has served for 18 years with Vinemont Public Works Department, and he is chief of the Providence Fire Department. He is now ready to serve his community by serving on the Cullman County School Board and keeping the federal government out of our schools. Vote Republican because they represent your principles and values. It's clear. Paid for by the Cullman County Republican Party.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
And we're back. Thank you, Mr. James Fields, for coming in and talking to us today.
Thank you for inviting us once again. We're glad to be here. Tell you that. Yeah, on the ground.
Exactly, definitely on the ground, not in a plane somewhere.
Not in a plane. Yeah.
So tell us, a lot of people that are my age are first-time voters. This will be their first election. What is something that they need to know about voting in general and about you as a candidate?
Well, the one thing they need to know is that there is a connection. Our age is not that much difference, even though I'm somewhat older. I probably have children. Oh, I got children that are voting. But I readily identify with the young folks who are just seeking ways to become involved in this political process, because after all, they'll be the future leaders that we'll be facing in the next decade. And they need to have a conduit, and that's what James Fields bring to the table. And it shows that Alabama is inclusive. Our young people are not inundated by the woes of the past. They are looking to the future. They are more tech savvy, and they want to do things on the go. But they also want to do things that are meaningful. They want to hear the old stories. They want to know what my grandfather and grandmother did in their day and what my mother and father did. But they want to establish themselves also. And so I think young people need to be very involved and be very attentive to the issues that they'll be faced with. If we don't connect them now, we'll lose that generation. And so that's what James Fields brings to the table, in inclusiveness, reaching across the board and saying, folks, this is a new day. Alabama is open for business. Alabama is a state that is inclusive. Alabama is a state that wants to go forward.
James, when you're campaigning, do you feel that the young people today are as interested in politics as in the past?
No, they're not. And it's because of the things that they're seeing that are going on in Montgomery even right now. The inconsistency, a lot of the unethical moves that are being made. And they're a little bit disembodied, or whatever that word is. They're somewhat disconnected. When I talk to young people, they're excited because they can identify with me more readily. They see the compassion that we have, but there is still a disconnect. And so we're just trying to excite them by allowing them. We have a lot of young people in our campaign who are working very hard. They do things with computers that I can never imagine. They take an iPhone out and they can MapQuest. They can say, all right, we got to be here and there. We're going to turn here and turn there and stuff. And so we got to come up with ways that really engage them in the voting process. They don't want to go and stand in line in a poll somewhere and saying, okay, next, Democrat or Republican, vote here, vote there. If we could come up with a way to where they could do a thumbprint on their iPhone, then they can vote. Because young people are on the go. They don't have time with all this past stuff. Though they want to know their history, they want to move forward.
It seems to me, my opinion anyway, the political parties, both nationally and in Alabama, have become so polarized that they're not willing to do any compromising. And you and I have talked about this in the past, that as Lieutenant Governor, you want to try and bring the people together to work what is best for Alabama. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, the Lieutenant Governor has the ability, sitting in the Senate chamber, of course, the Lieutenant Governor constitutionally is the presiding officer in that chamber. And the Lieutenant Governor can make sure that every voice is heard. The Lieutenant Governor can make sure that the young people know that they have someone in there fighting for them. And that's what the Lieutenant Governor can do. You can connect those dots, but the way it is now, you have one ideology. You don't have a democracy. You have a dictatorship. You have people saying it's our way or the highway, and you have this supermajority. And there's a difference in supermajority and majority, and people are somewhat misconstrued or some bad information kind of like, well, the Democrats was in the majority for 136 years. They were in the majority. The Democrats were in the majority, but never in the supermajority. You always had to compromise on any issue. A good example, HB 56, the immigration bill. Though there may have been some good intent but they put a lot of bad stuff in there, and that's why it was overturned. And it cost the state of Alabama taxpayers millions of dollars. The accountability bill. The accountability bill was a bill that should have been debated. It should have been laid up on the table, and it was not. It was done in the dead of night. It was brought back to the Senate chamber, and as soon as they put it in, they invoked cloture right away. They didn't need any Democrat vote. They didn't need to hear from anyone else. As a matter of fact, when they put the conference committee together, and the Democrats went to the conference room where they were told to be to discuss the issue in that accountability bill, they had moved the meeting. And the next thing they knew, they were in the chamber and were voting on this issue, and the lieutenant governor just turned her head and never heard a word that the 8 senators on the Democrat side was trying to get her attention and say, look, Governor, we need to talk about this because this bill has changed. There's some stuff in there that you don't really want. And never once did she pay attention to what they were saying. The bill was passed, the governor signed it, and then the bill was overturned. It's amazing that we will do things like that because that's a slap in the face of young people. Young people want to know that government is really accountable and that government is really working for them. And it's always good to have 2 sides of an issue, a good debate, a good argument. But when you only got one side, there's thousands of people in Alabama that's not being heard. And I would hate to think that I, serving as lieutenant governor, would shut off at one voice in the legislative process. And so we need to bring people in. And that's what young people are looking for. Just show us a ray of hope. Let us know that at least you are listening to us. And so that's, you see them in the malls, they'll put earphones because they think that they're not being heard and no one really cares about their issues. And young people have issues and young people want to be heard. And so we need to make sure that they have a voice in the process.
James, one issue that has come up, Parker Griffith is proposing a lottery, statewide lottery. What are your feelings on that?
Well, my feelings have always been that this is a democracy and people have a right to vote. And over 70% of Alabamians that have been polled, either way you poll it, want to have the ability to vote on a lottery for education. My issue is that I want to make sure if a bill comes up that deals with the lottery, that Alabamians will know what they're voting on in simple layman terms. This is what it will do. It will create over $100 million into the Education Trust Fund. It will immediately create jobs. And jobs is the number one issue. When you go out across this state, people are still unemployed and underemployed. And all they want to do is provide for their families. They want to make sure that their children are able to eat a good hot meal. They want to make sure their children are able to sleep comfortably at night. And they just want to earn a decent wage. And so this education lottery will then somewhat settle the Education Trust Fund. Education will be properly funded. Teachers will have the tools that they need. And my dream is one day, and we almost had it in Cullman several years back when I sat on the Cullman Electric Co-op Board and the Operation Roundup Board, where we were going to do fiber optics to every school where you could do distant learning. Over in the Piedmont school system, they're paperless. Every student has an iPad. Even the coaches use iPads. If someone called them and said, I want some film on one of your players, they just hit their iPad and send it right away. When they started using iPads, their test scores went up, their grade point averages went up, and they have more children receiving scholarships ever in the history of Piedmont school system. And it's just a 3A school. What happened? The community came together and saw the value in education. And that's what this education lottery will do. It will put more value in the education. A lot of people say, well, you're going to make the poor people poor. Somebody is still buying tickets over in Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and probably even Mississippi now. And so the poor people are not going to buy tickets. There are not going to be any more poor people buying tickets if you have a lottery in Alabama. They're already buying them. And it's not a chance, but we all take chances. And we got to take a chance on our future. And our future is our children. And if they're sitting in a classroom where the air doesn't work or the heat doesn't work, they can't drink the water, they have to bring water in and bottled water for the students to have something to drink. And in some counties, you only have one high school for the whole entire county, like Wilcott County. And children are having to drive all the way across county to this one school. They have to get on the school bus at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So what time do they get home in the evening if school is out at 3? Do they have time to do their chores? Do they have time to do their homework? Do they have time to sit around the kitchen table and talk about their daily activity with their parents? No. So what the Education Lottery will do, hopefully, will then invest to where we can make this learning process much simpler, much easier for our children to grasp and to be competitive throughout the country, not just Alabama, but throughout the world. And that's what this Education Lottery will do. The governor seems to be thinking now that, hey, it's a good idea. Well, he's had 4 years on this good idea. When I served in the legislature in 08, 9, and 10, he was a legislator at that time, and we worked together. And we talked about that issue, but then it was the bingo issue. It wasn't the lottery, it was a bingo issue. And if we could have gotten a clean bill, we would have supported it. So I don't know what has happened in these past 4 years to change his mind, but here of late, in the last waning days of the campaign, he seems to be saying, well, if the people want it, we'll get it out there and we'll let them vote for it. Well, that's something he should have been pushing because we don't want to raise taxes. And the lieutenant governor, we know, was a failure when she served as state treasurer and almost bankrupted the PAC program, where parents had put their earnings in a savings, hopefully for their children to get a better education, to go on to the University of Alabama, Jacksonville, Alabama A&M, Alabama State. And she sat there for 3 years, losing $18 million a year in the PAC program until parents caught on and went to the lieutenant governor at that time, Jim Folsom Jr. And if it hadn't been for Craig Ford's leadership in the House and then the leadership of the Senate, the PAC program would have went under. And we went to work immediately trying to save the PAC program. And we still don't have it to where it needs to be financially. But the parents have faith that we're going to work hard to make sure that those funds are there. And so that's why this administration has been such a failure. You hear the statements, unemployment is down 20% since we've been in office. Well, that means that unemployment was at least 27% when they went in office. That's the farthest thing away from the truth. Unemployment hadn't went down 20%. That's 20% of the folk who no longer can receive unemployment, and they're out of the system. But they're still out there in society unemployed.
We're just about out of time, James. Let's wrap up, and you can tell us why we should vote for you in the election coming up in less than 3 weeks now.
Yeah, less than 3 weeks. For the folks here in Cullman, you know me. I've had a great love for my community. I could have moved away and did anything I wanted to do. I had a good education because of my high school English teacher, Mrs. Joan Cole, who saw something in me that was worth saving. And I attended Jacksonville State University after 2 years at Gaston State Community College. And I came back home because I knew that there were children in this county and our community that needed exposure to the outside world. And I believe that for the whole state of Alabama. I'm going to give everything that I have, and I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can to make sure that the people of Alabama has access to their state house, that they can be assured that their voices will be heard, and that good legislation will be passed. We will not be a pass-through Senate chamber. We will make sure that the issues are debated and everyone is very clear and that James Fields will work very hard. I love my county, I love my community, and I love my state, and I even more love my country. That's why every day I pray about and for our military men and women. They are out there giving of themselves. And the least I can do is to make sure that their children are properly educated. The least I can do is to make sure that their children have a place where they can learn and become productive citizens, not going to the prisons. We don't need to build more prisons. We need to get some truth in sentencing. And James Fields is a guy who is concerned, who has compassion, who cares about Alabama and its future.
Very good. Thank you, James, for coming to see us again.
Thank you.
You're on the road to where today?
I'm on the road to Mobile, and then I'll be on radio in the morning, be on the road to Union Springs, Alabama, and from Union Springs, Alabama, we'll be back in Birmingham for a conference. And unfortunately, I still serve a church. Fortunately, I do, but unfortunately, I got to do a funeral service on Saturday. One of my elder members passed away, and we've been spending time with the family. And my wife keeps telling me, says, "Honey, you know I love you." But it's a good task. I'm willing to get out there and work, and you know, I wish there was 34 hours in the day, but I thank God it's only 24 hours. And yes, at times I'm worn down, but it gives me good energy when I see young people like this who are out there working and want to make their community better.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back with more right after this.
On Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Find a way to boost our economy in this state. We're losing jobs every day. I'm a candidate that's for both business and labor. And I believe if we can bring business and labor together, we can create more jobs. And I wanted to make sure that my life meant something to the people that I'm around. And that's why I'm running for lieutenant governor, because I want to serve people and I want to bring people together, because I know that, hey, if we work together, if Alabamians come together, we can do better.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it, to feel it, to be in it, to be upon it, and to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
We are back with more of Today on 2. Boy, we have a long program today, a lot going on, but we still want to give away our prizes for today. So let's see what we have to give away. We have 2 tacos with any purchase at Casa Cafe. We have barbecue from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. And we also have a round of golf at Chesley Oaks Golf Course. Those are the prizes for today. Let's look at our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads. Hey, I like that pumpkin on there. Tommy Warhurst is your farmer's insurance agent on Highway 157. Call today for a free quote or visit the website, thewarhurstagency.com. Tommy Warhurst.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue is still offering his family barbecue pack for only $14.99. The family barbecue pack includes 1 pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, and 4 buns. It's located inside the Berlin Quick Stop.
Be Fit is a fitness facility right downtown by Renard's Gallery. It is a month-to-month, no long-term contracts. You pay $100 a month and get a free personal trainer.
And the winner of the September blizzard battle between pumpkin pie and apple pie is pumpkin pie. You voted for pumpkin pie, and that is the October blizzard of the month at Dairy Queen.
Fitness opportunities available at the Wellness and Aquatic Center. You can buy a membership and save some money, but you can get day passes too and use all the facilities.
Casa Cafe offers specials every day on tacos, fajitas, burritos, and more. They offer a buffet on Friday and Sunday. They're located on Main Avenue across from the post office.
Frostings in the Market Plot Center by the theater, open Monday through Thursday 10 to 7, Friday and Saturday 10 till 8. You can see the flavors of the month at Frostings Cupcakes.
Earl's Body Shop was voted Best Automotive Repair in Cullman. They do large and small towing, local or long distance, and they also offer 24-hour towing. That is Earl's Body Shop.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course, an 18-hole golf course in the Fairview area. They have a full practice facility, open every day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Chesley Oaks Golf Course.
Mullins Body Shop, you have counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service. You can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
Steel Orchard has the highest quality products and the lowest possible price, going all the way back to 1985. They're on County Road 1141, and right now the Boogeyman Barn is available at Steel Orchard up through Halloween. Are you into the Boogeyman Barn?
No, I am not. I am a big sissy, and I stay away from those.
That was, I just saw recently, that was voted one of the top 10 scariest places in the Southeast. Yeah.
That's a little bit terrifying.
So,
I don't live far from there. That's a little scary.
Okay, question for today. What is the cost of the family pack barbecue at Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue? We talk about the full family pack, and we have the price on the ad. What is the cost of the family pack of barbecue at Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue? Our phone number is 256-734-7399. And let's see, we have tacos, we have barbecue.
We do.
Round of golf at Chesley Oaks Golf Course is our prizes for today. So go ahead and give us a call while we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Caitlin and this is Amy, and we're from Premier Bank. Amy, can you tell us about each service that all of our offices offer?
Yes, you can stop by any of our offices and open a checking account, savings account, apply for a loan, IRA, internet banking, pretty much anything you need we can offer you.
Thank you, and come by and see us at any of our 9 locations.
We are back with more of Today on 2. Do we have a phone call? No phone call. Okay, well, let's look at the rest of our ads, and we'll be ready to go with our prizes again for tomorrow. Let's look at the rest of our merchant ads for today. This time we start with Cotton State Barns, where you can buy or rent to own carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. They're on Highway 278, right by the interstate. Cotton State Barns.
And there's Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear. That's Cullman's only men's specialty store for suits and for sport coats. They're located on Compass Way. You can ask them about free groom's tux rental or special group pricing for men's suits and accessories.
All-you-can-eat lunch buffet at Pizza Hut every day, and a new pizza featured every day. Costs just $6.49. They serve from 11 till 2. They also have a buffet on Sunday night.
Deb's Bookstore is sponsoring a Meet the Author of Jeff Hyatt. He is the author of Each Shining Hour. He's going to be at Deb's Bookstore tonight from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. They do oil changes, minor engine repair, alignments, replace shocks and brakes. Tires for Less.
Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store has a complete espresso bar. They do organic, fair trade, shade-grown, specialty coffees and bulk teas, and live music. This Friday, Marion McKay is going to be playing Berkeley Bob's.
Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. They have those big licensed inflatables, great for parties and special events, slides and water slides, bounce slide combos. Jolly Time Rentals.
Grand Point Pharmacy offers coffee and gifts in addition to their regular pharmacy. They make managing your prescriptions easy because managing your health is hard enough. That is Grand Point Pharmacy.
And there we go with our merchant ads for today. We'll be back with a look at our birthdays and anniversaries and some other stuff right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
We've got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
in the nation, Safe just got a little more exciting. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
Find a way to boost our economy in this state. We're losing jobs every day. I'm a candidate that's for both business and labor. And I believe if we can bring business and labor together, we can create more jobs. And I wanted to make sure that my life meant something to the people that I'm around. And that's why I'm running for lieutenant governor, because I want to serve people and I want to bring people together, because I know that, hey, if we work together, if Alabamians come together, we can do better.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
Own Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Cullman Jefferson Gas. The Family Fall Fest at Cathedral of Praise will be Wednesday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. They're going to offer inflatables, games, prizes, and fun. You can visit them on Facebook or on the web at cathedralofpraise.cog. St. Paul's Lutheran Church Trunk or Treat and Fall Festival is going to be October 31st from 5 to 8 p.m. in their back parking lot. Candy donations are being accepted in the church office. For more information, you can call 256-339-5799. The City of Hanceville is hosting a haunted house to raise money for the city parks. It's across from Hanceville High School. It's every Friday and Saturday night in October. Admission is only $5. The Dowling School Reunion is going to be Saturday, November 1st at Dowling Memorial Park in Crane Hill. Doors will open at 10 a.m. and there will be a potluck at noon. They will be accepting donations to help with utility bills, insurance, and upkeep of the building and the grounds. There's a gospel singing featuring 3-in-1 Quartet November 8th at 6 p.m. at Miracle Church of Christ on Lake on Mountain. Blah, blah. Food is going to be provided after the singing. For more information, you can call 256-734-4114. The Southern Circuit Tour of Independent Filmmakers is offering another free movie screening at Wallace State. The movie is Go With Le Flow. It'll be Thursday, November 13th at 6 p.m. and there will be a question and answer session with the filmmakers after the screening. If you have a community billboard you'd like to share with us, just visit us on the web at channel2coleman.com. You can call us at 256-734-7399 or be our friend on Facebook at Channel 2 Coleman. And we'd like to wish Mr. Brandon Richter a happy birthday today on this Thursday, and his name is going to be put into the drawing for the ice cream cake from Dairy Queen that's going to be taking place tomorrow. And we'd like to wish Joe and Heather Kahn a happy anniversary. Their name is going to be put into the drawing to win the $15 gift certificate from the Kendall Garden, which will also be taking place tomorrow.
Let's check the weather, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. A beautiful sunny day in store for us today with a high around 70. Overnight low tonight 47. More of the same tomorrow, a sunny day with a high around 80 degrees. And a quick reminder, a couple of big events tonight. The book signing at Deb's Bookstore, 6 till 7, just 1 hour, Jeff High. And then the community concert at Wallace State starts at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. It'll be in the Betty Lee Haynes auditorium, not the little one. It'll be in the big auditorium.
Yeah, the big auditorium, and William Florian, and we're going to show you a little video now so you can kind of get a sneak preview about what he'll be doing for tonight.
Our voice was sounding, this land was made for you and me. Sing along. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. Now you might remember this song was written by Woody Guthrie many, many, many decades ago. But Woody's not around anymore, you know. But I was channeling him the other day. And Woody and I wrote a new verse to this song. Yeah, it goes like this. We need to save our forests, our sparkling waters, and clean the air for our sons and daughters. They shall inherit how we take care of it. Sing it, we are the stewards of this land. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land, where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they never learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Today is my moment, and now is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Here we go. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries and drink your sweet wine. Green, green, it's green they say on the far side of the hill. Green, green, going away to where the grass is greener still. To where the grass is greener still. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees, and I began to pray. You know the preacher likes to storm. He knows that I'm gonna stay. California dreaming. Well, I see families round the world being hypnotized in front of TVs. On the way they're being programmed by a media that stayed overseas. It's time to wake up, pull out the plug now before it's too late. Before the freedoms that you cherished are quietly stolen away. It's time for a change. Time for a change. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. Time for a change. Time for a change. If they gave me a fortune, my pleasure would be small. I could lose it all tomorrow and never mind it all. But if I should lose your love, dear, I don't know what I'd do. For I know I'll never find another you. Sing Noble kings and princes would bow wherever they came, and pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff brought up his name. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called on a tree. We fight and never lose, for we were young, sure to have all. Everybody, come on. La 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 la. Those were the days. Oh yes, those were the days. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. The manager who hired me, Sid Garris, he told me he had previously fired John Denver because he didn't think he had enough talent. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, and to Mama, take me home down country road. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago, I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom. It's my mama on the day I was born. Don't you cry when you see I'm gone. I'm just a good loving rambling man, and I gotta keep rambling on. Yeah. Green, green, it's green they say on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. To where the grass is greener still. To where the grass is greener still.
Back in 2008, I introduced live on stage audiences to an exciting show called Saxophone.